First of all, we will see that how haloalkanes can be prepared from alkanes. Now, in this particular method of preparation of RX, we have raw material as the alkanes. If we see again that layout of the reaction mechanism, in that we can see that alkanes show free radical substitution. So over here also we will see that how alkanes form haloalkanes through the mechanism known as free radical substitution. Now, if you take a simplest alkane, suppose that is methane CH4, in this you provide sunlight, that is H nu, in the presence of the halogen molecule which is X2, which can be chlorine or bromine molecule. Now the temperature is for this reaction, that is 520 to 670 Kelvin. Now basically what it will form is CH3X, which is known as halomethane. Now in this step HX will be eliminated. After this what happens? We have the same reaction conditions, that is of temperature, reagent and sunlight, which are 520 to 670 Kelvin temperature in the presence of halogen molecule, that is X2, in the presence of sunlight. Then what happens is it forms CH2X2, which is known as dihalomethane. If it is Cl, then we say dichloromethane. If it is Br, then we say dibromomethane. Again in this step HX will be eliminated. After this again we provide the same reaction conditions, and the product formed in this case would be CHX3, which is known as haloform, or we say trihalomethane. Again in this step HX will be eliminated. Again we provide the same reaction conditions of temperature, reagent and sunlight. We will have the product as CX4, which is known as tetrahalomethane or carbon tetrahalide. If it is chlorine, then we say carbon tetrachloride. If it is bromine, then we say carbon tetrabromide. Now in this particular reaction, at each and every step HX will be eliminated. Now one point we can see, or which I want to convey, is that if there is a free radical reaction, then we can have a terminology like helper, that is HELPR, where H stands for heat, E stands for electricity, L stands for light, P stands for peroxide, and R stands for reaction. That means if any of the conditions prevails in the reaction, that is either heat or light or electricity or peroxide, then the raw material or the reactant is bound to show free radical mechanism. It can be either free radical substitution, it can be either free radical addition. That all depends upon the type of the raw material. If the raw material is an alkane, then it will undergo free radical substitution. If raw material is alkene, then it will undergo free radical addition reaction. Now similarly in this reaction of, that is halogenation of alkanes, if we carry out the iodination, that is CH4 with the iodine molecule, that is I2, in the presence of sunlight and the same reaction temperature, that is 520 to 670 Kelvin, it forms CH3I plus HI. But this reaction actually is reversible. Why is it reversible? We will see. Now if we want to derive this reaction in the forward direction, then what we need to do is remove HI as soon as it is formed. Now how how can we remove this HI? So what we do for that is, because HI is a strong reducing agent, so what we do is we add a oxidizing agent. We can add three types of oxidizing agents, that is, one, H2SO4, second, HNO3, third, HiO3, which is known as periodic acid. HNO3 is known as nitric acid, and H2SO4 is known as sulfuric acid. So what happens is, when we add this oxidizing agent in the reaction, what it does is it oxidizes HI to I2 as soon as it is formed. So what happens is the reaction gets converted into the forward direction. Now the question is that with the I2, why the reaction is reversible? In the chlorination as well as bromination, we have HCl and HI being liberated, but the reaction is not reversible. Now if we see from HCl, then we have HBr, then we have HI. Basically the size of the anion, that is Cl minus, Br minus and I minus, it increases down the group, due to which the bond length between the H and I becomes large. So therefore it becomes easy to break this bond, that is HI, and that makes it a good reducing agent. HCl is the weakest reducing agent among HCl, HBr and HI, because as now just I have told you, is Cl having the smallest size, so the bond length between the H and Cl will be short, and so large amount of energy will be required to break this HCl bond, and therefore it makes it a weaker reducing agent. Now because HI is a strong reducing agent, what it does in a reaction is it reduces CH3I formed or the iodoalkane formed in the reaction to alkane itself, and itself get oxidizes to I2. So therefore, to derive this reaction in the forward direction, what we do is we carry out this reaction in the presence of oxidizing agent, that is, I have told you, either H2SO4 or HNO3 or HiO3. Now if we add H2SO4, then what will happen is H2SO4 reacts with HI, it will form sulfur dioxide, that is SO2, it will form I2 and water. If we add HNO3, then what it does is HNO3 reacts with HI and forms NO2, that is nitrogen dioxide, and it forms I2 as well as water. If we add HiO3, that is periodic acid, it reacts with the HI and forms I2 and water. So once we add the oxidizing agent, these oxidizing agents remove HI as soon as it is formed in the reaction.